And there we
Cheers,
are.
boys. We're back.
We're back. We got the whole crew today, baby.
The trio reunites.
Blake, Torin, myself. We got our beers. Champions League, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to go through all the big matches.
Snuck up on us.
Dude, it did. I love when it sneaks up on me, though, sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost better than planning for it.
Champions League week.
Yes.
Midweek surprise.
You're like in a meeting on Tuesday, and you're like, oh, shit. Accidentally go on social media or something. Like, oh, my God, I forgot. Yeah.
Don't tell me anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
No,
it.
I completely. So I don't. When that happens, I stay off social media. I don't look at any text from Blake or Tony.
Number one.
Whenever
the number
there's
one rule to follow.
Yeah. I was like, I will check my phone for Blake messages after I watch all the highlights.
I'm just chatting away on my computer. I have the TV behind me right here.
I know. Okay, so we'll go through those matches. Torin, we're going to do some drink warm-ups to start the show. What do you got?
Yeah, so we'll get into Champions League in a bit. We'll also hit the Premier League preview for this coming weekend, and then get into some news and trivia. But to start off the show, we got to check in on red card drinks from this match day of the Champions League. There were 2 red cards, so 2 drinks to start us off. The first was a red card from Casemiro in the Man U game. And then also Gavi on Barcelona in like the 5th minute of injury time.
That was
picks
the
up
dumbest red card
dumb
I've ever
second
seen.
yellow.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
It was so unnecessary.
Stupid. That was such a young kid move. Like just not thinking even more than like 5 seconds into the future.
Yeah, just kind of fed up and just grabbed him. It's like, dude, you're on a yellow. What are you doing?
Stupid.
Like, he was going nowhere.
But 2 drinks. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Okay. Newcastle PSG.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Gotta start there. Dude. Blake, tell me you were rooting for Newcastle in this.
Absolutely.
Do you hate?
Okay.
Do you? Maybe hate's too strong of a word, but Torin and I don't like PSG. Do you like PSG?
I don't like PSG at all. But you're also rooting between oil and oil.
Yeah.
Well, that's every big club now.
Did you see League One's Twitter? They were tweeting after the game when they said their feeder league just beat Arsenal, and then they lost to Newcastle. They said your oil money's better than my oil money.
Dude,
Just
right
a
in their
little too
face.
soon. Yeah, so for this game, dude, Newcastle's a tough place to play, and that team's good.
Yeah.
That team is good. This PSG team is not nowhere near the PSG that it's been before. I don't know. This wasn't surprising to me, but it was awesome to see Newcastle stomp them.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm shocked looking at the stats now. I watched the highlights, and it was just like, this was Newcastle's game. PSG had 75% possession in this game and lost 4-1.
Yeah, but
so, I mean,
defense is
I think the
sturdy
highlights
for
might not have
Newcastle.
told. They might not have told the whole story watching the highlights that I watched, but they looked good, man. They look like a tough team to play against, an absolutely fantastic atmosphere to play in if you're a home team. And they have pieces in different places now. Like, they have strong midfield, they have threats on offense. We already know they had a strong defense, good goalie. They just like, it isn't like there's one strength on this team. They're just solid from front to back. So it's going to be the perfect team to be in the group of death. Just flip the fucking card over. Who knows what the hell is going to happen? It's going to be a free for all in this group.
I watched this in the background while I was working. Their backs are so much better than PSG. They're just faster, like their counterattack. That's why they had so much difference of a possession, because like they scored pretty early. I think they scored twice pretty early.
17 and yes, they scored at the 17th minute.
Yeah,
so
and
pretty
then
early,
they
yeah.
just kind of sat back, and then as soon as like PSG was attacking a bunch, and they scored again right after the half, like they scored again in extra time. But yeah, it was pretty.
I got to shout out my guy Dan Byrne gets a goal in the Champions League, dude. How awesome is that?
Dude, Ed, it was the most Dan Byrne goal of all time, because he's like 6'7", That poor defender stood no chance. Like, he lobbed that cross off, and Dan had like a running start to just climb on top of this dude and head it in. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Oh, it was awesome.
Eddie Howe's a pretty funny manager too.
I like Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe.
I do like it.
He just seems
And
like
then
a dude
also-
that is found like at the local pub, right? Just like coaching soccer or football.
Yeah. Dude, he definitely feels like a guy you could, like, a perfect way to put it, you could go have a beer with at the pub. Unlike some of these other managers, they just like, they have an air about them of like they're elite, right, or that sort of thing. But he doesn't give off that, right? He gives off the guy next door vibe.
So yeah, if you could choose one coach in the league to have a beer with, who would it be? Or any league, just keep it open ended.
Oh, Costagoglu for sure.
He took the top spot.
Yeah.
I think it would still be.
Klopp would be fun.
I think, yeah, Klopp. I think Klopp's still number one for me.
Yeah, I think Klopp would be, even though he was a little bitch after the Tottenham game. Like, so
Dyche might be my silver medal. Ooh, or maybe
That's
Carlo
so good.
Ancelotti. I think he would be fun.
Oh, well, yeah. I was thinking Premier League, yeah. And then also shout out, so the fourth goal of the game in injury time, Fabian Schär, center back,
slipped
top corner, man.
He slipped, dude. Didn't even need a plant foot. Just slipped and
This
still slotted.
perfect shot, dude. So good.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it was just everything came together for him in this game, and it was a joy to watch.
It's cool to see that Newcastle crowd. They were just thirsty for this game, you know, and to get Champions League, to get a win over PSG at home in their first Champions League match in who knows how long. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
sweet,
really good.
So we'll get
moving
I just want to say,
go ahead.
I was just going to say we'll get to the Milan Dortmund game, but Newcastle's leading that group after this round. 4 points. PSG in second with 3. Pretty crazy.
That can flip real quick, though.
Easy. Oh my gosh. Anybody in that group can beat anybody else. It's going to be wild. All right, sorry, Torrin, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, moving from the absolute joy of the Premier League over the weekend to the opposite side of the spectrum, we had Man U hosting Galatasaray for the second match day of the Champions League, and ultimately end up losing 3-2 at home in Old Trafford.
Dude, my boy Zaha, baby.
Zaha comes
big
back
goal. Let's go.
Revenge. Yeah.
Dude, and man, dude, they had this. They should have won this game.
Yeah. Højlund was looking strong, man. Like, he was looking like what everyone expected him to be. And so to have a game like that where he really shows up and then to still find a way to lose, it's just got to be a stab in the heart.
The Onana pass is just killer, man. That hurt. Just gave him a goal right there.
How long does the coach last? I know they're trying to have confidence in him at Ten Hag. Like, he can't last that much longer. Especially
I think he's going to last longer than he should.
Yeah. I think he'll last till Christmas. I think they'll give him till Christmas.
That's soon. Like, I thought maybe, yeah. If they take last, though, in the Champions League, let's say they take last in their group, don't even make Europa League, they just cut them there. I guess that would be around Christmas, though.
Yeah. I mean,
it's bad right now. Yeah, they're bottom of their group right now. 0 points.
And to be honest, I mean, it's like, it just feels like there's so many things going wrong. It's like, what is that really going to do for them? Changing the manager, you know? Like,
exactly.
I don't even know, man. Like, it's a disaster.
They've had a combination of bad luck, bad play, seems like horrible team chemistry,
injuries, terrible off-field drama.
Yeah.
Like, way too much press and pressure. Like, it's just all of it together.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
It's bad.
I don't quite feel bad for them yet, but if it keeps going like this, I might. I don't know. One thing, so you talked about Højlund having a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Cillian Murphy's ever been to Norway? Maybe like 20 years ago? Because tell me he looks a little bit like him. Could you see it? Am I crazy?
Every time he's got a little bit of Oppenheimer in him. I could see it.
He kind of does.
He's got
a little bit of what is it? 20 days later, or whatever it's called.
He's got a little bit of scarecrow. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just saying. I'm saying.
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
saying. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Cillian Murphy's like 40. Kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. Every time I see him, I think of. I was like, man, if they ever do a documentary or like a movie.
Keep in
about
mind
his,
he also has. Last time I was telling you, he's got 2 other brothers that are also ballers.
Oh, I wonder if they look like him
If
too.
it was Cillian Murphy, he was pretty busy in a short span of time.
Or maybe Rasmus looks completely different from his other brothers. That would be funny.
They look fairly similar. I saw the pics,
Okay.
but
man,
who knows? Who knows?
All right,
Crazy things have
conspiracy
happened.
theory.
Other game that I was excited to watch was Napoli and Madrid.
Oh,
An
hell yeah.
unfortunate own goal. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah,
I caught the highlights. I didn't watch the match, but yeah.
It was like the Jude Bellingham was like his, coming out game again when he scored another goal. But it should have been a tie, I think. Like they were pretty evenly matched, and then you get
dude, that Valverde rip though.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
God,
Such a good goal.
was
Goal of the season so far.
and it was an own goal, which is hilarious. But
Yeah.
it was like such a good shot.
They got to give him a
it's
goal
just-
on that. You just
Dude, nobody's hit a harder ball this season. Like it, hands down.
The
It was
goallie
just-
did save it though. Like he got
He got
a
a- he got a
fingertip
finger
to
to
it
it.
and
Yeah.
deflected it to the post and then back off of him. Yeah, crazy. Well, I think
so.
you're a big Napoli fan, right? Right, Blake?
I like Napoli, yeah.
Torren's all things Italian, so I know he's rooting for them. That group is pretty easy. I think Napoli's going to make it out no matter what.
They should get out,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not like the group of death where
No, it's Real Madrid. They already have 6 points.
Yeah,
They're going
and-
to get through, and then
And
Napoli.
they played well. Like it wasn't like, we're the second best in the group, but we got obliterated by Real Madrid. It's like, nah, like they were very competitive.
no, they had more shots on goal, more shot
Yeah.
attempts, even possession, even corner kicks. So
Yeah, pretty
less
even in
saves they
possession,
needed
yeah.
than Madrid, yeah.
Yeah. They were solid.
Yeah, and our poor Union Berlin with our boy Aronson. Cheers. Holding it down at the bottom of the group is 0 points.
Oh
Not
man,
great.
once again they lost it with what was it, the 4th minute of injury time. They lose the tie, ended up losing the game. It gotta hurt so bad.
Yeah, it stings.
And I think were they up 2-0? They were up 2-0, ended up losing 3-2. That's just
Oof.
pain.
That's like something United would do.
Yeah. But so the other really big result from the match day was the Arsenal Lens game. So Lens hosting Arsenal, and Arsenal with the shock loss on the road, 2-1 against Lens. The brief part that I did see is both of the goals that Lens scored were like fantastic goals.
They were really
Like,
nice.
They were like really, really good goals.
You know where
So-
Lens is placed right now in League One?
I was just about to ask that. I looked it up,
Anyone
so I
know
know
that?
it. I know it. Torrin, do you know? I already looked it up.
I have no idea. I'm
They're
gonna say
one spot
12.
ahead of relegation right now. They're
Wow.
15th.
15th out of 18.
15th at League One.
Love it.
That's why they sent that tweet. Probably had to delete that one.
But they're
That's
winning
great.
their group right now.
They are winning the group. It's crazy.
Dude, that's nuts.
I mean, that group's
But-
pretty. No one expected Lens to be at the top of that group, but that group's not really decided. It's Arsenal in second with 3 points. They're probably going to make it out no matter what. Sevilla, who if they play like it's Europa League, they'll be fine. And then PSV, like, it's wide open. That group's wide open.
It's pretty wide
Ricardo
open,
Pepi.
yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Oh yeah.
And
But yeah,
Dest.
big. That's right. Big result though. For these are the results that you love to see because it just makes everything way more spicy moving forward. Like
Yeah.
we want to see all these groups in the same position. We want to see these big teams losing.
No one
We
likes
want to see
chalk.
it coming down. No, it's boring. So
This is why
Uh,
it's going to be weird when they change the
The
like
format.
the structure. Yeah, where it's not group.
I know. I still want to understand that better. So hopefully we get more.
Well, isn't it going
More
to be more like
insight.
a league where they just kind of play
It is, but I don't
everybody?
understand how they're going to choose who plays who.
It's like
Like,
rankings. So basically, you have like different pots, and you play someone from every pot at a certain amount of times. Basically, and it's just
yeah,
random.
that's the part where I want like the details of, because obviously it'll be like one table, but like, how are they going to find a way to make it fair,
Yeah.
with who plays who? So
I
it'll
feel
be
like it's
interesting to
it's
see.
just another way for them to control the outcome, if you ask me.
And they have to play more games, don't they? I think that they play like
Well,
they play
they're
two
going to
more.
add, I think, 4 teams.
Yeah, so I think they
So,
play
oh,
two more games. So I think they play 8 games total or something like that instead of six.
yeah, but you're going to have an extra English team. So the top five make it. And
Yeah.
I think you're going to have an extra Italian team and then either an extra French or Spanish team, something like that. So, I mean, it's cool. Like it's exciting and different, but I just hope it doesn't get jacked up,
I know.
that
I
it doesn't.
wonder. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope if it is jacked up that they go back and change it back,
Yeah.
which I doubt.
So, a few other big games. So we had the other game in the group of death. We had PSG Newcastle. We already talked about, but we had Dortmund hosting Milan in Germany, and ends up at a 0-0 draw. Did you guys check out the highlights on this one?
I did, yeah. I feel like evenly matched teams just they couldn't just I don't know. They couldn't
Didn't
break
feel
each
like there
other
was going to be
down.
a winner. It didn't
Yeah.
seem like there was going to be a winner. Huh?
5 total shots on target for the whole game.
Yeah.
5 total for both teams combined.
Yeah, both teams
I mean,
combined.
there were lots of shots, just not on target.
Yeah.
um,
But they probably were equal,
Breaking
on the
news
day.
today, though: Gio Reyna is back on the USA team. Speaking of Dortmund, so
Very
Oh my
good.
god. I fucking hate our coach.
we'll see how that goes.
Well, they had their sit down chat, so they're everything's
Just
like nothing
peachy.
ever happened.
Great.
Just peachy.
Great.
The last game I just wanted to check in on, the last sort of big club was Barcelona on the road at Porto. Did you guys see these highlights?
I watched the whole game. I watched that one.
You watched it live?
I watched it live.
Oh
So
my God.
it
Porto had so many chances.
they did. They were the better team. Not only did
So
they have the
many
better
chances.
chances, they were like controlling the game. They weren't significantly the better team.
Yeah.
Like I feel like actually they were probably pretty balanced, like equally matched teams. But Porto was playing better.
The chances they
should have
created
won.
were better. Yeah.
They
were
should have scored. They
so
should-
threatening.
And Barcelona stole 3 points, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Stole
Oh, straight up.
3 points.
This is what I'm always making that running joke about Man U and how like somehow shit just works out for them.
Mm-hmm.
This was the perfect Man U example. You shouldn't win a game. You're on the road. Everything's against you, and somehow you win 1-0. Like this was the epitome of that. It was like
Yeah.
it just works out for them. Whether it's the refs, whether it's whatever, the soccer gods. But of course, Barcelona finds a way to win.
They probably didn't show
1-0
it in
on
the
the road.
highlights, but Lewandowski went out in like the 20th, 25th
They
minute,
actually
something
showed
like
that.
They did.
They did show it. Yeah, it was early.
His
It was
ankle
early
got
in the
rolled
game.
up on. Yeah, so he came out. So you're like, oh, man,
Yeah,
they're even
Porto's
more in the
got
clear.
this.
And then that guy, Romario, I felt so bad for him, man. He like started crying like immediately after he did it, but he just gave that goal away. That bad back pass just instantly good finish.
He was,
He just-
yeah, you
it
could
was
tell
a
he was
bummer.
upset.
He was playing really well too. I was impressed with how he was controlling the midfield, but he screwed that one up for sure. Felt bad for him.
Sucks, man.
Another loss too, though, was my Benfica are now 0-2 in Champions League ever since I've become.
Oh
a
yeah,
fan,
Inter.
so.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did you hit him with the Tottenham curse?
I think so. Someone had to have the curse for Champions League.
Oh man, Real Sociedad
Somebody
is
save
leading
these
that
guys.
group.
Somebody save these guys.
Wait, did you see the highlights for the Feyenoord Atletico match?
I did, yeah.
I don't know.
I watched this.
That game was crazy. That could have been like match of the day. It was wild, back and
it was
forth.
super
Ended up
exciting, yeah.
3-2. Atletico got the win, but Feyenoord looked like the better team in the first half by a mile. And then Murata actually finished some chances.
Yeah.
Like that was the difference. He actually
Like
finished.
not like just straightforward chances either. Like they were like tucked away chances, you know.
Yeah.
It was,
now he can't finish the straightforward ones. He screws those up. But
yeah.
that Feyenoord team is good, man. I like that team. They were playing hard in Spain. They could have easily won that game.
Yeah,
if Morata didn't have the game of his life.
What is that game? What does that group look like? So, Lazio's in that group, so they're tied in first.
But Feyenoord's right there with 3, so
yeah, they're right there.
Lazio and Atletico better watch out.
Celtic's not too bad either. Like Lazio scored in the 95th minute to beat Celtic. So
yeah, I mean they got 0 points, but like they've been in their games. Right?
Yes, so they could steal a couple points from somebody maybe.
So, they have that post-Ainge ball.
They can't let it go.
Still coasting off that.
Yeah, and then elsewhere a few teams that cruise: Sociedad cruise, Man City 3-1 over Leipzig. Lazio beat Celtic, but like you said, it was a last-minute goal. And then Bayern, I don't know if you saw that, but there was a scare there for Bayern for a bit.
Really, against Copenhagen?
Yeah, they actually were down 1-0 and then came back to win 2-1, but they scored pretty late, I think somewhere in the 85th minute or something to actually win that game. So Copenhagen was looking strong.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, he didn't actually start, but where is it? On the bench is Rasmus Højlund's brother, Oscar Højlund.
Oscar.
On FC Copenhagen.
Dude, Rasmus and Oscar? What are the other
Oscar
names?
and Rasmus. Yep.
Hilarious.
So it's his brothers. He's a real person out there.
That's hilarious. All right, any other Champions League stuff you guys want to talk about?
I think that was it.
Premier League picks it is. Match week 8
All right.
on the way.
Alrighty.
And I just learned from Blake that I haven't won a week yet in our league, so this is it. This is my time.
Your time to
Jordan beat
shine.
me last week by half a point.
That's
For
right.
Getting the correct score on the extra game. I don't know if I should count
That's
it.
right.
Oh, yeah, he told me. That's funny. I didn't know it was you he passed.
Had to do it to him.
The total score right now is, let's see, pull it up here. Hollandaise at 84.5.
84.
Danger Management, myself, 81.5. And Steez, third, 76. So you're right there. You haven't won a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long season. We got 30 more weeks to go?
People are falling back, though. The guy in last place now is almost 20 points back. So that's a...
Is Tony's in this, right?
Tony did not join because he was being a little baby.
Coward.
Now he's like, wants to get
Really?
back in. The new app is great, though, honestly.
He didn't want to do
much
the
better.
app? Oh, man.
I understand last year. Last year was pretty brutal, I think.
Yeah.
Last year was
also,
very brutal.
don't worry. We're only 18% of the way through the season. So there's quite a bit of time left.
Yeah, for sure.
Plenty of time for me to blow it. So,
Well,
Don't
this
worry.
first match, I think I'm going to guess we all picked the exact same score. Luton Town is hosting Tottenham. I went 0-3, Tottenham with the dub.
I went
Same.
2-0, and I feel like it's like a classic Tottenham. They're going to struggle in the first half and then score a couple goals late.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. No, we have faith in the
Hey,
coach.
he's being a realistic.
He's hedging.
Tottenham
He's
fan.
hedging his
I have 6-0. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, what's up next?
All right. Next, we got Everton hosting Bournemouth. So a pretty important game on the bottom side of the table. I went with the 1-1 draw.
I did as well, actually.
Oh my god, I did the same thing. Oh, now I want to change it. Jesus.
Too late.
Yeah, we should make sure you lock our picks.
Oh man. Oh, okay, we're all gonna get that right or wrong.
Yeah.
You skipped Burnley at home for Chelsea.
Yeah.
So I have, I
Skipped
don't feel good about this, but I have Chelsea winning 2-0.
I have Chelsea 2-1. I don't feel good about it either. Like
Chelsea 2-0.
Oh my god, Torrin, stop copying me. All right.
Fulham versus Sheffield United. I have Fulham 1, Sheffield 1.
Okay.
Probably a bad call.
I got a different one.
There you go.
I think this is a Fulham get right game. Maybe not get right, but just we're finally playing a team that we're better than, so we're going to win at home 2-0.
Dude, Sheffield sucks. They're going to win 2-1 Fulham.
The Sheffield sucks. They're going to barely beat them 2-1.
Tim Ream is out for the year, right? Is that correct? Is Tim Ream out for the year? Or is it no?
No. That can't be right.
Is he?
He played last week. What happened?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm just knock on wood.
Don't scare me like that.
Okay.
You said an American, so I'm going to drink.
Drink while I search the news.
Oh, my God. I hope that's not right.
Oh, you scared me. No, yeah, that was from before.
Oh, my God. Okay, good.
I don't think he's injured. So.
Okay.
Man United at home for Brentford. Okay, this is going to be fun. Does anyone have the balls to pick Brentford on this one?
I don't think Brentford's been playing that well, so I went Man U 2-1.
I went 2-1 as well.
So did I. Oh, man, we suck. Oh, I wanted.
If they were playing the Brentford of like start of the season last year, I think I would have had the balls to do it, but Brentford's missing something right now.
What about Manchester United? They're missing like 80 things.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many bad games in a row could he have? You know, it's like.
Well, they just lost to Galatasaray. Before that, they lost to Crystal Palace. The week before that, they lost to. Oh no, they didn't.
You think they're going to lose 3 games in a row at home? I don't think so.
Obviously not, since I picked them to win 2-1.
It's Man U.
But would I be shocked if they lose? No, at this point, no. But
I think they'll struggle. I think it'll be a tough game.
I didn't have the balls to do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Crystal Palace at home for Nottingham Forest. My 2 teams here.
Ooh.
So clearly I picked a draw.
You picked a 1-1 draw. I knew it.
Yeah.
So did I.
I went 2-1 Crystal Palace.
I like it. Nice. Thank you.
As much as I don't want our boy to lose, Turner, I'll drink to that.
Hey, but either way, you can't go wrong. Americans winning this game or tying.
True.
Or tying.
Classic American.
Exactly. All right. My game of the week. Maybe not your game of the week. Brighton at home for Liverpool.
Dude, your guys' games are in a completely different order than mine.
Really? Are you going through the app?
Yeah.
They're in a different. Blake, are you
It's
in
like
my order?
No, I'm going out the same order as Witty. So,
dude, what's going on? Like,
I mean, I believed you, but
I know. It's just I don't get it.
Anyways, I picked Liverpool.
you're on a different screen than us.
I'm on where the screen where you pick them.
We're on. If you go to.
Oh, I already picked mine and saved it. I'm back on the like.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Liverpool.
I was
3-2.
like, what is going on? 2-2.
You picked a 2-2 draw too?
2 as well. Whoa.
Party time
What's
for
that?
Blake. Look at that. Some confetti.
Wait, does that?
How did you do that?
Wait, what was that?
You got a little confetti coming down.
For those that are just listening and not watching, somehow Blake, with his magic air quotes, has caused his Zoom screen.
When he puts his
to
hands
dump
up, confetti comes out. Mine doesn't do that. We all just look like idiots putting buddies in the air.
What's going on here?
Oh my god,
man.
Okay, so I'm the only one who picked Liverpool to win. I think Liverpool's going to be pissed coming out for this one after that.
I almost wanted to pick Brighton just because they've been
Blake,
asking
but
so
they
much
got
for
robbed.
a replay. But no, everyone gets robbed every week. It happens. Grow up. Drink a Stein and grow up.
A true Tottenham fan. Dude, they got hosed. I'm just saying, like, who they were playing made no difference. Like, the game itself was ruined because of the mistake by the refs. It could have easily still ended with a Tottenham win. Could have been a draw, but like it was ruined.
It's over, so like let it
sucks.
go. Like they can have so many results like that.
No, totally.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to come out this week pissed off, and I think they're going to win this game.
I like it.
I don't know. I think Brighton's been up and down, you know, the last week and a half, 2 weeks. But I think when they put it together, they're at home. They put it together. They can stay with anybody.
Oh,
So
for sure.
I easily see this being a 2-2 draw.
They can also lose 5-1. So
they can't.
also,
I forgot. Yeah, now that you mentioned, I was gonna mention a stat as we went through this one. So let me pull this up real quick. What were you saying, Blake?
While you do that, I would say the Seagulls could also drop shit on Klopp's head during the match, and they win like 3-1. So
they could. That could happen too. That's why this game is so exciting to me. I want to watch this one over the Arsenal Man City one.
It's definitely going to be exciting. Let me find this. Sorry, I thought I had this saved, but
it's all right. As you find it, I'm going to say that West Ham and Newcastle to me are the exact same team, and so I picked a 1-1 draw.
I picked a 2-2 draw there too. I don't know if do I get one like this too or no? No.
Does it really have to be two fingers?
West Ham Newcastle. I got 2-1 Newcastle on the road.
Okay, so you picked Newcastle. All right, I like it.
I did.
I don't know. West Ham's been playing well, man.
Here it is. Okay, here's the stat for Brighton. Brighton are the first Premier League team since the start of this century to have both scored and conceded 20 goals in their first 10 games of the season. They've scored 23 goals and conceded 20.
That's insane.
The first team in the last basically 25 years to do that, which is pretty wild.
Totally makes sense. So if you told me that stat and you're like, which team is this? I would have gotten that.
It's either Aston Villa or Brighton. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I bet Aston Villa is close to that. Okay, speaking of Aston Villa, they're going on the road to Wolves where Man City just lost. I'm still picking Aston Villa to win 2-0.
2-1, yeah.
Villa?
Wolves losing.
Yeah.
3-1 Villa.
Yeah.
But Nito has been playing so well.
So well.
Like, he's going to get someone's going to pay a bunch of money for him soon.
Well, before the season started, they were saying that Man City was going after him. And then they ended up getting Doku.
I looked it up on Transfer Market, that website. They only have him valued at $28 million. I feel like he's going to go way higher than that.
Who?
Neto.
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 On Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Dude, we
Pedro.
should... Yeah, Neto. That's way better, actually. Like, Neto, gang.
Pedro Neto. You have.
Okay, your guys' game of the week. Arsenal at home for Man City. Blake, let me try to guess your score for this.
All right.
Man City 6, Arsenal 0.
Dude, I got to hear what Blake's thinking because he
Blake,
hates Arsenal.
Break it down, Blake.
But needs Man City to lose.
I have 3-1 Man City.
Man City.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it.
Okay. Arsenal is just too injured.
The Arsenal
they're
hate.
not deep.
Nope. It's
Okay,
not
so
the
that-
injuries. It's the hate.
Who are you going to root for in this? Like,
I want a tie, honestly. A tie would be
okay. All right. A 0-0 draw. That's what you want.
like a 5-5 game where everyone's just extremely tired.
Yeah. I also picked Man City. I went 2-1. I think it'll be a tight game.
I went 2-1 as well.
Jesus, Austin.
I know.
Arsenal has not beat Man City in the last 8 competitive matches or tied. They've lost 8 in a row.
I don't think they win this. Man City are clearly better than them.
Is Rodri still out though? Because he got a straight red for violent conduct, right?
I don't know.
That was a big loss last game. I think that was one of the
Arsenal,
reasons they
Martinelli's
lost.
still out. Saka's probably going to be out.
Yeah, let's talk about that Saka injury. So he had a non-contact. Was it a knee? What's the injury?
Non-contact knee injury.
Heel.
Oh, knee. I thought you said heel. Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Heel. Sorry.
Okay, heel.
Yeah.
The hell? Like a bruise? That's weird. How do you get a non-contact heel injury? Is that what they call an Achilles? Hopefully not.
I know, right?
I know that's immediately what scared me when I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, yeah.
If this works, what? You ready? Here.
Nope. Oh, kinda.
Like stretching him out.
Here we go.
They're gonna show a replay.
Oh, they didn't show it.
Oh, they cut it.
What the hell? It's whack.
Dude, it must have. Maybe it happened earlier, and then he.
He did get hurt
down.
during the Spurs game as well, and supposedly Arteta just doesn't not to. He's the best player, so he always plays him. But
Yeah.
you got to rest him sooner or later. I think they'll figure that out. They haven't been in Europe in like 10 years. They don't know.
Well, they still lost that game, so they needed him. Like, that's a bummer if they lose.
I just love the North London hate, man. It's amazing to watch in person.
Wait till you go in person when we go.
I've been to an Arsenal game, and I watched an Arsenal game when they were playing Watford, and there were people talking shit about Tottenham. It was amazing.
Love it.
That's awesome. That was like when I went to a Red Sox game and they were playing the Rangers, but the whole stadium started chanting "Yankees suck" in like the 6th inning. So good, dude. So
I
good.
love it, man.
All right, so
you want to get some other news?
Yeah, hit us with the news, and then we'll.
I don't have this in front of me, but Blake, you could probably walk us through it. But there was some major developments and announcement with the future World Cups.
Yeah, so Saudi Arabia somehow bought their way in. I think that's like the hidden.
What do you mean somehow? They're already in.
What year?
They absolutely did. Well,
I am completely out of the loop here. So tell me what happened.
So
here.
2030 World Cup went to. It was supposed to only go to 3 countries. It was going to go to Spain, Morocco, and Portugal.
Right.
Yeah.
Co-host it all. Last minute, all of a sudden, because the next round, because they're supposed to transfer all around the world in terms of like federations. So the next round, 2034, would have automatically pretty much gone to South America.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow Saudi Arabia slipped in, and they're now hosting the 3 first games of the tournament in Paraguay, Uruguay, and Argentina as like the 100-year anniversary, and that is counting as them hosting an entire World Cup. And now Saudi Arabia is coming in and going to 90% chance they're going to win the bid for 2034 because now they get next because the confederations are now clean.
I gotta give them props for their ingenuity when it comes to corruption, dude. Who would have thought of this shit, man?
It's not even. I just can't stand like the blatant corruption. Like they don't even try to hide it. It's super obvious to anybody, and nobody does anything. How is there not some sort of backlash?
Everyone's getting paid out. I think Paraguay or Uruguay, Argentina, and Chile. So it's not even Paraguay. They don't have to qualify now for the 2030 World Cup because they're officially hosts of the World Cup. They get to play one game at home and they have to fly, across the Atlantic to go play the rest of their games, but they don't have to qualify now.
It's a joke.
So 6 teams get in for free.
I just want to know, okay, I'll give it to people. We're never going to be able to figure it out, but I just want to know. I want to know who got paid off by who to make this happen. Like, who in Paraguay received funds from Saudi Arabia to vote for this? It's just, there's got to be the most interesting web of connections and money flowing around.
I want to know.
It was funny. It was like right afterwards too. It was like Saudi Arabia officially, like literally 20 minutes after this announcement, Saudi Arabia officially submits their bid for the 2034 World Cup.
Surprise!
Oh.
Yeah. I want to know how much money it took. That's all I care about. It's like, how much money did they pay?
How much money changed hands? Yeah.
It was that Tiger Woods money. They tried to get him over.
Is like the FIFA janitor getting paid out, or is it going to everybody, or is it just going to like the top 2 guys or something? Yeah, it's
Dude. There's so much money floating around. There's just, man, that sucks.
It does suck, dude. I feel bad. It would be sick to have. I heard. I don't know who it was. I came across it on social, but they were saying that it would be really sick if they had a Caribbean World Cup where they just had multiple locations around the Caribbean, but they just don't have the infrastructure for it.
It'd be the shittiest stadiums and fields ever. Yeah.
But how fun would that be? Just island hopping. Like, there's no way the islands could handle all the people, but it would be super fun.
It'd be super fun.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Saudi Arabia can just build it. They'll just build some islands for you.
Yeah, they'll kill
The
thousands
problem
of
with
people.
that, there'd be like 10 teams automatically qualified that should not be in the World Cup.
Yeah, it's true.
But all right, the next bit of news, I just wanted to check in because we talked about this a lot last time, Austin. But the rosters just came out for the next international break, which I think is the week after next, right? I think it's this week, and then the break. And Team England still did not take James Ward-Prowse onto the roster.
Did they take Bowen?
They took Bowen finally.
Thank God. Jesus.
But they left both Pope and Ward-Prowse off the team still, and still took Henderson and Phillips and Maguire.
How is Maguire and
team.
Phillips making this team? So
I wanted
ridiculous.
this reaction, man. I wanted to hear it.
Dude, it's so dumb. Like, so dumb. Like, I thought our coach was stupid. Dude, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's like hey, we know this guy. We know who he is. We're going to keep him on the team forever. Harry Maguire sucks. He sucked for like 4 years.
I guess,
and how do you call
Henderson's
him?
old too. Are they actually going to be in the World Cup in 2026? Are you supposed to like build up your squad for 2 years from now?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point. Is he really going to be a part of your plans 3 years from now?
I was reading into it, and supposedly there was a lot of sort of in the background handshakes when Henderson decided to go to Saudi Arabia. That one of the main factors for him deciding to go was that he was promised that he would still be chosen to play on the team. And so that was like the final straw that was like, okay, I can go to Saudi Arabia, because he didn't want to lose. So there may be some of these sort of background deals and stuff that the manager's been, finagling with some of these guys, but it's all bullshit. It's just,
dude, if you don't want to lose your spot, then play in the best league in the world and don't cash that check.
Exactly.
How much
and I also don't get
power do they have though? Like they have so many options that we're complaining about. Like, oh, you picked. They used to the attacking option, right? Like, yeah, they have Saka, Watkins, Rashford, Nikita, James Madison, Harry Kane, Grealish, Foden, and Bowen, and they're still missing people.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand how you take Saka. He's coming off an injury.
Yeah,
dude, just let him rest, dude. Why are you taking him on this team?
No, you don't take Henderson.
Yeah.
Henderson.
Well, you don't take Maguire.
No, you don't take Maguire. Dude. Take Ben Mee over Maguire.
Shit. And it's starting to become a bit of a, so Pope was like always like sort of the number 2 for a long time behind Pickford. And now this is a few times in a row where they've taken Sam Johnstone over Pope, who from everyone's perspective, you would say Pope is a much better goalie.
Oh, for sure.
So I feel like there's something else going on there in the background as well that we don't really know about, because Pope's back and playing now. I know he was injured for a bit, but why are you not taking him off the team?
International shit is so wrong. It's so fucked up. But like we're not immune to it. We know our issues are the Reina drama, shit like that.
Yeah.
Shitty coaches picking MLS players and guys who don't belong there. It happens in other countries too. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
So and then quick check-in. Germany also released their roster. I don't have the full roster in front of me, but the biggest news was that Nagelsmann, who's now the manager, I don't know when that officially came through. I know we talked about it when it was rumored, but he actually has brought Hummels back onto the German team after 2 full years, where he had, I guess, even to the point of like announcing that he was done because he knew he wasn't going to get selected again. But it's just totally just clean, fresh slate for everybody, basically, with Nagelsmann coming in, and he's bringing him back into the fold for this international break. So
they're a mess. They got to do something.
They got to change things up, man.
They have the talent. They should be back at the top. There's too many good German players still.
Yeah. And then the last bit of news is there's news coming out of Man City that they're aggressively pursuing trying to get Haaland assigned to a new deal. I don't know what his original deal was for, how long, how much, but they're very much trying to get this done, dusted as soon as possible to keep him there for the long term.
Smart.
So yeah, look for some news coming out of their camps, both of those camps into
Is
the
this
future.
Madrid calling Saudi Arabia?
I bet they're pretty scared right now
Yeah.
of who's going to be reaching out with humongous sums of money.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be Madrid. It's gonna be PSG. It's gonna be Bayern.
Yeah. Harry Kane has a buyback
Dude,
clause.
Bayern spent all their money, dude. They spent on Harry Kane.
Yeah, but in a year, 2 years, they'll be
Yeah. Dude, it was crazy. So I forgot to mention this, but when I was there touring the stadium, they were talking about how all the suites are basically rented out to like corporations and stuff, and they were saying that Audi they rented the suite for however many decades worth that they've essentially prepaid to like rent out the suite and like all the advertising and everything. Basically, they prepaid €1 billion to basically have rights to like a whole set of suites for like the next like 3 decades or something. And it's purely just like to like bring in prospective investors and shit to like, wine and dine them. But they prepaid €1 billion as like a business expense.
Yeah, they're fine. They'll be able to buy.
It's insane,
players.
dude.
Yeah.
That's so much money.
There's so much money. That's why I want to know how much those FIFA fucks got paid by the Saudis. I want to know.
Someday we'll find out when we're like 55. It'll come out. So
it'll be after. What's the guy's name? The head of FIFA. I forget his name.
Infantino.
He's getting up there in age. When he dies, it'll come out.
We'll have another Netflix special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
All right.
Okay, we talked about the Saka injury.
Yeah, you want to get into some stats and trivia?
Let's do it. Blake,
story time.
Tell us about the 1930s World Cup.
World Cup. It's the story time here. So this is a wild event that happened. Just to start, all the refs back then, they wore suits.
Nice.
The Bolivians played in berets the whole tournament, and the Romanian team was hand selected by the king, just selected people and went to go play. So the start of the tournament, it was hosted in Uruguay. Every single European side actually had to sail together on a steamship together for a month to get across. And they just trained on the top deck, and they just went with the trophy. So the trophy traveled with them. So all of FIFA was on every single European team was on the same boat. Egypt.
Damn, imagine if that boat had crashed.
Right? Egypt was the only representative from Africa. They were supposed to set up, but they missed the boat. So they had to telegraph their apology and tell them they couldn't go. So instead of 14 teams playing the tournament, they only had 13 to start. Argentina was known as like the bad boys of the era, like the old Detroit Pistons. During the game against, they had a violent scrap in their game against Chile, their first game. In the semifinals of USA, they actually broke a leg of one of the players in the first half. In the second half, they actually knocked out 4 teeth of an American's mouth and ended another in hospital by kicking him in the stomach with cleats up. No cards at all. The USA manager was so shocked at the last injury, he ran out of the field to help confront the ref and help his player. He fell over, smashed a bottle of chloroform, and he passed out in the middle of the field. There's a picture of him getting stretchered off after 3 of his players are already injured.
No way.
USA lost him. The final was Uruguay. So it was Uruguay against their hated neighbors against Argentina. 15,000 Argentinian fans boarded a ship. The ship got lost getting on the way to the final that morning. They just didn't make it. So it was lost in the fog. Showed up a day late. Then when they arrived, the team had lost. So Uruguay had won. So they rioted in the city of Uruguay, all the Argentinian fans, because they were pissed because they missed, and then 2, they lost.
Sounds like karma to me.
Yeah. Now all the European players get back on to this boat, right? World Cup's over. Team Romania, one of their biggest players, his name was Alfred Eisenwasser. He fell super ill, so the boat had to stop off into Africa. He went to a hospital in Africa, and when they got back to Bucharest, the Romanian team, they all said he died. So they actually had a funeral for him, and he walked in during the funeral saying he was still alive.
What?
So
Dude, they need to make a movie about this.
I guess there's other ones, but that's the wild World Cup of 1930.
Oh my god.
Maybe this is why they won't let Uruguay have its own World Cup.
Damn, that's crazy. That was 100 years ago, almost.
Damn. That's nuts, man.
What a crazy time.
I love, and that's just how things were then, man. There was just
a worldwide event you got to take a boat to, no planes.
It's a month to get there, and then you
telegram.
All your fans show up, and they're just a day late because they got lost in the fog.
That's fucking great.
No communication whatsoever.
You have no idea they lost yesterday.
That is crazy.
Love it.
That's awesome. Where did you find this?
Twitter.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
All right, I got some trivia questions for you guys if you're ready.
Yeah, hit me with it.
All right, so some questions related to Champions League. So I have a list in front of me of the top 10 goalkeepers with the most clean sheets in Champions League history. And I'm specifically, I would say 9 out of the 10 guys on this list. So it's
okay.
goalies you know.
Buffon.
But I was going to ask, how many of the top 5 do you guys think you can name? So Buffon is on the list.
Neuer.
He's number 3. What'd you say, Steve?
I said Neuer.
He's number 2.
Ooh.
Oh, he's number 1. Those first 2 were easy.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, could be a lot of guys.
Wow, I don't know.
How about
everyone in the top 6 is from most of their career, at least, not all of their career, but a large majority of it was this century, basically.
Don't tell it. Courtois can't be on there. Don't tell me. Okay, good. Fucking hate Courtois.
You're missing some big names from like
Peter
a generation ago.
That's a
Peter
good guess.
Cech's number 5.
Nice.
Peter Cech's number 5.
Good one, Blake. Dita wasn't there long enough.
He's on the list.
He is? Is he top 5?
He's number 7.
Okay.
What about Navis, the Costa Rica goalkeeper? He was like the keeper for a long time.
Keylor Navas? No, He's not on here. There's 2 legends that you guys...
Schmeichel? Older
No.
Schmeichel?
Nope.
I don't know.
2 big names you haven't mentioned.
Tim Howard.
I mean, there's...
Drink.
Yeah, shit, drink. No.
I wish.
All right. I'll tell you one.
We're drowning here. Hit us with it.
Iker Casillas is number 1.
Ah, fuck that guy. Yeah, he doesn't cross my mind.
We hate him. Number 4 on the list is a Premier League legend, in addition to being obviously a Champions League legend, for one of the biggest teams.
Oh, Van der Sar.
Van der Sar. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I should have gotten that one. Yeah, I should have gotten that one.
That was the one I was like, oh, I feel like they got it.
Yeah.
And then, Victor Valdez is number 6.
Okay.
Who I always hated. Oliver Kahn is number 8.
Kahn.
Ter Stegen makes the list at number 9.
Ter Stegen, we talked about that Barcelona Porto. He kept them in that game, dude.
Yeah.
He's such a good goalie.
Yeah.
I hate.
He got another one yesterday, so he's number 9 on the list.
I didn't deserve it.
He was player of the match for sure.
Yeah.
And then the number 10, I have no idea who this guy is, but his name is Vitor Baia.
I don't know. Is he like Portuguese or something?
Yeah, probably. All right, so the last question from this is, so of all the names we just named the top 10, but I also have in front of me who had the highest percentage of clean sheets. So compared to their number of starts, who average the most clean sheets.
I'm gonna go with my boy Dita.
He is
Highest.
number 2. He's number
The
Oh,
highest percentage, like sometimes. Is it Buffon?
nah,
No,
I feel like
it's
he
not.
played too long. He was
He
there
won too
for
many
like
games.
He played
was there
too
for like
much.
20 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this. So Dita is number 2 at 47.2%. So 47% of the games you play in the Champions League clean sheet.
Damn.
Let's go with
First
Khan.
place
I'm gonna
is
guess Khan.
First place. It is not Khan.
Peter
He's
Cech.
actually Khan is actually the worst at 33%. The number 1 is at 52%. More than half the games he played,
That's
he had a
crazy.
clean sheet.
Peter Cech?
No, he's at 44. It
Okay.
is Edwin van der Sar.
Van der Sar. Wow. Okay.
52% clean sheet rate.
Damn.
That's pretty sweet.
All right. Next Champions League question for you guys. So I have a list in front of me of. So keep in mind, first of all, this is talking about Champions League. I know for a fact this stat is not counting the European Cup before it became Champions League, which I think was early 90s or something. But in the era of the Champions League, I have a list of the teams that have played the most games in the Champions League without winning the Champions League, since the Champions League was officially a thing.
Okay.
Arsenal.
Damn, you got it. Oh, man.
Easy money right there.
They are easily in first place at 179 games, 40 more games than the next closest
And they
team.
talk so much shit about not winning. God, that's fucking
That's because they get in.
Can you guys name number 2?
They got him in one time in the last 10 years.
Number 2.
Number 2 is not a Premier League team.
Number 2, is it
I'm gonna.
is it like
It's got to be.
It's a big. It's
I bet you
it's a
like
big team.
Sporting Lisbon?
Atletico or something like that.
Sporting Lisbon?
Ooh, that's a good
No.
guess.
Neither of those two.
Ajax?
It's a big team now. It
No,
wasn't always a
They,
big team.
They won back in the day.
Ajax won? Oh, they did win, yeah.
Long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's a
think
big-
I was thinking like a Spanish team that never,
yeah.
or like maybe like a Porto, like you said.
Porto's won, though. Porto's
Oh,
won.
they did.
Benfica is on the list. They're number 4,
Okay.
but they did win European Cups before it was called the Champions League. So it's kind of
has Dortmund won?
no. Well, they're not on the list. I have the top
okay.
5 list. So
Okay.
either they've won or they're not up. I feel like they must have won then because
Yeah, they're always
they're in it every year.
Yeah.
All right, you guys give up?
Yeah, I got the first one. I'll take that
PSG.
one. Oh,
number 2.
should have. Damn it! Should have gotten that.
They're up there too, though. So Arsenal's played 179 Champions League games and not one. PSG's played 139.
They
So,
probably closed that gap fat because Arsenal hasn't been in the Champions League in like 10 years. So-
yeah. It's Arsenal was probably way up there. And
yeah,
now
they're
it's
probably
slowly
way
been-
up there. Yeah.
And then rounding out the top 10 is Lyon, surprisingly, Benfica I mentioned, and then Olympiacos at 128 games.
Oh, Olympiacos is a good guess. Yeah,
That's a good
they're
one.
just winning Greece every single year, right?
Yeah, but then sucking. Yeah. So.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question for you. Either
Okay.
of you, I guess. But I thought of it because Tottenham hasn't won a trophy. Would you
They won a
rather?
European Cup. You just said that counted.
Okay, whatever. Would you rather win the Premier League or win back-to-back Champions Leagues?
Champions Leagues.
You'd rather win back-to-back. Would you rather win the Premier League or a single Champions League?
I don't know.
Premier
And
League.
being not
100%.
from
I'd rather win a Premier
I
League
would
than
say
two
Premier League
Champions.
easy. That's why I added back-to-back to the Champions
I would rather
League.
win. Yeah, I think I'd rather win one Premier League than 2 Champions Leagues.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
We'll
then
get
you have
Champions
bragging
League
rights
later.
over your direct rivals. Whereas Champions League, like,
But so
is-
does a Champions League.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
Champions League, it carries so much more weight. Like, I get it. If you are from North London and you're a Tottenham fan and you hate Arsenal, the Premier League is all that matters, right?
Right.
Like in the reality of things. But being not from there, and if I were to be a fan of one of those teams, the
No, Premier
Champions League
League
means
still.
the
Even I'm
Champions League
not
means
from there.
so much more. It means so much more.
Now, winning a Premier League is way bigger, I think, in like England. Just
In
like,
England, if you live in
yeah.
England, yeah. But I don't live there, and I don't agree. The Champions League is a
What do you
way
think,
bigger
Hassan?
deal.
What is your answer?
I'm with you. That's
One
why.
to one.
That's why.
Would
I
you
tried to
okay?
even that out by saying back to back because I thought
We'll say
it was,
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. I would rather win the Premier League. I think it's a more difficult task. The Champions League has the best teams in Europe, yes, but like anything can happen in a single match format. Like it's true.
Harder to win
there's
30
two legs.
matches.
You
but-
guys are tripping.
I like yes, the Champions League has more prestige.
Yeah.
And like I get that, but I think
Okay, listen to me. Do we talk about the 2006 Premier League winners, or do we talk about the epic 2006 Liverpool AC Milan Champions League final?
we do when it's
Like,
Leicester.
What is more legendary? Winning the
think-
Champions
I
League or
got
the Premier
Leicester
League?
right now.
I think Leicester winning
Leicester
the
and
Premier
Arsenal
League.
going undefeated are the only two Premier League champions we really talk about.
But let me.
If Tottenham,
What do you think is more
this year
impressive?
out, it'd be legendary.
Do you think it would be more impressive for Leicester to win the league, which they did, or to win the Champions League?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because Porto's won the Champions League. It's like, oh yeah, they won the Champions League.
I mean, I think it was more likely they won the Premier League than the Champions League. I think it would have been harder for them to win the Champions League than the Premier League.
You think so? I disagree.
I think so.
Yeah, I disagree.
You literally think that?
I think
Yeah.
it is more difficult.
You really think playing against Bayern Munich and AC Milan and who
Well, they don't play them all the time.
It has
Like,
nothing
they're
to
new.
do.
Barcelona.
It has nothing
and
to do with the competition. Yes, the competition from top to bottom in the Champions League is better. They are the best teams in Europe. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
Okay.
the format of the Premier League is more difficult to win than the format of a tournament. It's a tournament. It's not a league. So there's 38 weeks that you have to be good, an entire fucking season.
In Champions League, you can get up a decent group, and then you can match here and there and get pretty far without even playing one of the best teams. It happens every
Like,
year.
would you say that Inter and AC Milan were the top four team in the Champions League last year? No, you wouldn't have said
No.
that. But they both made it to the semis because it's a tournament format. There's more variability. I'm not saying it's not.
it
it's
allows
meaningless.
for it, but
Yeah.
you also that variability swings so dramatically to completely unbelievable opponents. If you get what I'm saying, like the variability of playing fucking Sheffield United versus playing Man City is different than the variability of playing, I played Napoli versus I played Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
You know, like the average of the difficulty in the Champions League is higher than the average of the difficulty.
It's getting closer
That
though.
is-
Premier
that
League.
is-
There's like 10 solid Premier League teams now, though.
You are right about that. I'm not arguing
Yeah.
about that.
But
just
I
think
do
it's-
agree it's less games you have to play,
I think
right?
it's
You're gonna play.
Yeah.
It's probably
What are you gonna
25% of the games. Yeah.
You probably play
10
six
games,
in
I
the
think.
group stage, and then you probably play another 5 if you win it.
16,
6?
8, 4, 2. So 10 games total.
Yeah, so you play about a third of the games probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you're on-
so I
if you're on the right
do
side
get
of the
that.
bracket. If like things fall in your favor, like that, that's what I mean.
I get it. I do get that, but winning the Champions League to me carries way more weight. Like that is. Do we talk about the fact that Inter won the Serie A in 2010, or the fact that they beat Barcelona and won the Champions League?
Yeah, but I think it's Premier
like-
League, not Serie A. Like the Premier League's tougher.
I know, but
even Serie A,
but
Lazio
the
was a
people that
huge
live in
story.
Italy feel the same way about Serie A as you do about the Premier League.
Do you
know?
think Lazio fans were more stoked?
Napoli, you mean?
Or, sorry,
Napoli was
thank you.
more stoked
Thank you.
on winning the
Yeah.
Serie A than they would have Champions League for sure. Absolutely.
I mean, they hadn't won either. So I mean, they hadn't won the Serie A in 30 years. So
I know.
of course they're going to be stoked.
I know. I would
They
just
haven't
wonder,
won Champions League either.
I know. I
Like,
just wonder. Well, they won when they had Maradona.
Yeah, just as long as it took to win Serie A. Like, I don't know. I get what you guys are
I'm not
saying.
saying I'm right. I'm just saying
I get what you guys are saying.
that's how I would like if I were a fan. I think I would care more about it, unless I was a team like the 3 teams that win the league every year. I think that's also a testament to like
that's a good point.
My argument is like the same 2 teams win every year because they are stacked and they can play an entire season and they're deep. So like the Champions League, there's more winners because it's, for lack of a better word, easier to do, in my opinion.
I get it.
But yeah. It's all right.
Good debate.
It's good when we don't agree on stuff because we always pick the same teams. This is great.
It's great, especially when it's 2-on-1. I love it.
Sorry, you got your own level down there. You're holding it down for the bottom level. Me and Blake up top.
That's funny. I think all of us are in the middle. Are you in the middle, Blake?
I'm in the middle.
Yeah, everyone's in the middle on their own screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm looking at the video. The video that we're gonna put up is in my perspective. So yeah.
Of course, I'll be the bottom row. That's what I do.
You got your own row.
All right, I have some quotes for you guys. Do you have any other stats or trivia?
I got one quote for you. Let me drop mine and then you can hit me with yours.
All right, hit me.
So Kepa fucked up on the corner kick in the Champions League.
Okay, I have this quote too.
Okay. Ancelotti, such a boss, dude. He said in the press conference after, sometimes Kepa struggles with crosses because he isn't very tall, but nobody is perfect, not even me, and I'm very handsome.
My dog.
Oh man, what a legend, dude. He supports his goalie. He is funny and he compliments himself all at the same time.
Without being a dick, it's like, just how could he get better than that?
What a legend.
Dude?
What a legend.
It's unreal. Unreal, man. So
did you have
I had the Ancelotti quote too. I wrote down. Now I have a different quote as well though. I love that quote though. I was so stoked when I read that. I was like, dude, this guy's the man. So I have a quote. I have a quote here from Richarlison. So I think this was the last time they were in international break. He was back in Team Brazil, and he said, so supposedly we missed this, but supposedly him and Vinicius got into a fight during training or something.
Yeah.
And so this was his quote. So this is Richarlison talking about Vinicius. He said, "I can't win the Champions League. I kept quiet." He said, "I'm overrated. I kept quiet." He said, "Everton will get oh, this is a while ago then. He said, "Everton will get relegated next season." I kept quiet. But then he said, "Lukaku is better than me." That's when I lost it.
Oh man. Oh, that he swung below the belt on that one.
So I guess this was 2 years ago, back when he was still on Everton. But it's a great quote.
It was giving me Jordan Poole, Draymond Green vibes right
there.
I have a quote from Claudio Ranieri. I just typed in a quote for Leicester, considering our chat 5 minutes ago. His quote was, quote, "I won the most important league in Europe. Not just Europe, but the world, the Premier League." End quote.
I feel like Claudio Ranieri doesn't get enough credit for his career. They got rid of him like the next.
It's because he's been so up and down. Season. He's so up and down. Like the epitome of like highs of the highs, and then lows of the lows. But it's amazing. That's what makes him special. That's why it worked out that year. It would not have worked out with any other manager.
It's
like, there's just.
Can you
imagine? It was
just
magical.
Being the person in charge. I mean, like, this guy won us the league, which we had no business winning, and we're gonna fire him. We're gonna let him walk.
Well, it wasn't right away.
It was like a year later.
Yeah,
it's just the turnover in soccer is just insane.
He was
I
the coach
mean,
at Watford, and now he was the coach of Cagliari. Right now, I'm looking right now, and he's
yeah, I was watching Serie A over the weekend, and
he
he was on the
hasn't won a
sideline.
match yet, so he's about to get demoted into Serie B.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. He's
yeah,
always
he's
got
coaching
that title though.
some small ass stadium. But I mean, but you're spot on though. We talked about it at the start of the season because Gary O'Neill literally makes Bournemouth survive last season, makes them play way above their capability and their potential, and gets fired in the offseason before the season even starts.
And now they're worse off. Yeah.
And at least it's like, what are you doing?
Some of
Like,
them are, yeah, it's stupid. And it never helps the team. Like you said before, it'll give them maybe like a 1-2 game boost with like new manager players trying to like
yeah.
show out for the new manager. But then they're right back to where they were.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I didn't like it from the very beginning, but it's tough. All right, you guys want to get some bets?
Yeah. All right, Blake.
Yeah.
So we've been doing bets every week. We won money 5 out of 6 weeks, and then last week we got absolutely smashed and didn't win a single bet. So on the year we're still
you guys
up.
bet on Liverpool to win. I've been following it. It's your fault.
No, we did. Man City, and we were Brighton.
We did have a Liverpool bet, I think, but that was like an underdog bet, or it was like a long shot bet parlay.
Anyways, we got to win this week.
Does anything jump out to you guys right off
Um,
the bat?
the fact that Everton's favored in any match, I feel like, is wrong. So I automatically look at the other side, or even like a draw at plus 275.
Plus 275.
Yeah, like I don't always love taking draws because I feel like it's hard to bet, but I definitely don't think they should be favored in anything that they play. They just lost to Luton Town at home. I rest my case.
Good point. They could easily tie this game. I do like the draw odds there, basically 3-1.
Also, West Ham at home plus 220.
Newcastle, though.
I know, but I'm not saying we need to put a lot of money on it, but it's something that I feel like has good value. West Ham's been playing really well.
A team at home.
Yeah.
Almost even just taking a half a point, taking a goal, like bet them straight up to win, right? Like or tie.
Yeah, I definitely so that one, flag that one for me. The Arsenal Man City one, anytime Man City's getting plus odds to win,
line. That's a tight line.
I'm taking Man City.
Plus 40, I'm taking that all day.
Right? Yeah. Right?
Damn. That's a crazy line, yeah.
I like the Man City and over.
Yeah. If we could do same game parlays.
Wait, does that mean I never understand these odds? So does that mean if it hits 3, it's like we get our money back? Is that what that means?
So no, you'll actually make money if it hits 3. So basically, instead of saying 2.75, it takes half your money and puts it on 2.5, and half your money and puts it on 3. So you'll win on half your money if it hits 3, right? You'll win half your money.
So you kind of do get
the
your
3
money back.
will get your money back. You get half your money back, and then you'll win on half your money. Is basically how that works.
Gotcha.
So you'll what is that? You'll get a quarter.
You got to learn before we go to London. They literally have like little like shops. You walk in, just throw some cash in, and then you're good.
I do like in general the over on the Man City Arsenal. I feel like there's going to be at least 3 goals. You're at least making a little bit of money. The over's at even odds too.
I don't know. Without Saka, I could see them struggling, but I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, but if they're struggling, Man City could score 3 goals.
Yeah, true.
Alvarez has been balling. Obviously, they might be down Rodri, but
honestly, Tottenham Hotspur minus 220. I feel like is pretty. It's not terrible. Like putting.
Well, I like
that in a parlay.
Let's do a favorite parlay. Yeah, Tottenham and somebody else to win.
United,
another favorite. Chelsea.
Do we dare bet
Burnley?
United? I bet you that United one will get us back to even odds.
I don't know. That one scares me.
Yeah, United at home. What are you talking about? I thought Brentford's been bad.
Fulham minus 160.
Sheffield is
Sheffield?
bad.
Yeah, what does that bring us to? Is that about even odds?
Let's check. So we got Tottenham to win, and then Fulham to win. Yeah, it's plus 136, so just over even.
All right, I'm down with that.
Okay. Tottenham and Fulham to win. All right, any others? See if we got.
I keep staring at the Brighton Liverpool matchup, and I can't bring myself to pick a side. It's
Plus
tough.
300.
That
Draw.
over unders.
I like the plus 300 draw there.
I just don't know.
That is a large number. I do like that. Yeah.
What do we do? A
Austin
Newcastle West
hates.
Ham draw.
I don't like
Austin,
draws.
Blake. Austin hates doing anything that involves ties.
I don't.
But
It's just
draw parlay though.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll allow the group to do it because this is it. We're putting fake money on this one, so yeah, go for it. But yeah, I just can't bring myself to do it. It just at my core, I just can't. Having said that, the Everton Bournemouth draw, I could be more in favor of.
You do like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we've got 6 bets hanging out there. Only one parlay. Is there an underdog parlay that intrigues us at all to put some tiny dollars on?
I think West Ham counts as a underdog to put in there. I like that one.
Oh yeah, but not a parlay. Is there any longer shot?
Well, I'm just looking at
West Ham and Wolves.
Okay, or West Ham and Villa is also plus odds.
Yeah,
we all picked Villa, didn't we?
Yeah,
that's plus 110.
Aston Villa and who? West Ham.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Newcastle in that game, but
you like Newcastle in that game? Well, that's also plus odds.
I picked Newcastle to win, but
do that. Oh, you did, huh?
I do like betting Aston Villa though in something because they're at plus odds.
Crystal Palace plus 120.
Let's do a Crystal Palace Villa. How about that?
Yeah,
at home. That. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
With that. Yeah, I like that.
Let's see where that gets us. So that'll be
like plus 300, something like that.
So we got Crystal Palace at home plus 120, Aston Villa plus 362.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. All right. Any other?
I'm looking at the over-unders, and there's none that are really jumping out to me. I wish that Brighton Liverpool wasn't 3.5. If it was 3, I'd be all over it.
All right.
Oh,
we almost forgot about
prop bets. We're not forgetting.
We almost forgot again.
So Blake, we need to pick a bet. We're each gonna pick one. It has to be quote unquote underdog. Our definition of that is you have to pick a team that is 100 less odds of the favorite. If that makes sense.
So, for example, Arsenal, Man City, they're only a 45 point spread.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can't choose Arsenal
Wolves or West Ham.
Correct.
But the trade-off is a tie counts as a win.
Yes.
So you're looking for a tie or a win out of your underdog pick.
Easy. Give me West Ham.
Yeah, that is the pick. That would have been my pick. Okay. Torrin, who do you got? I'll go third.
Okay, let me write this down.
That's my backup. I don't think we'll ever get picked.
Shit, I haven't even looked. Give me. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, give me Bournemouth.
You can take Nottingham.
Okay.
Nottingham.
Yeah, that's my pick. Nottingham Forest. Let's go.
All right, that was quick. I got Bournemouth.
I was ready. It was West Ham or it was Nottingham Forest for me.
I think Bournemouth can easily get a tie at Everton.
Yeah, I think all those are good choices. There's a lot of evenly matched matches this week. Like the West Ham Newcastle match is like the Spider-Man meme. And then Crystal Palace Nottingham Forest I feel like is the same. Brighton Liverpool.
Even Wolves Villa could be pretty close, honestly. Like,
yeah, there's crazy matchups this week.
Man City.
And then Arsenal Man City. Like,
Now that's going to be a
Goodness.
blowout, but yeah, it's fine.
Man United has been playing at a Brentford level lately, you know? Like, just saying.
This is Brentford.
Once again, Spider-Man meme. Are you Brentford or am I Man U?
Brentford's like, hey, we don't want to be you. We're better than you.
We could just bet Brentford straight up. It's plus 360.
Dude, there's no way they lose 3 games in a row. They're not losing 3 games in a row at Old Trafford.
I mean, maybe.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I will say that over.
The refs will not allow it to happen. The refs will call 3 penalties, 4 red cards. There's no way the Premier League allows this to happen.
Torrin, put me down for an over on that one. The Man U Brentford. I think that at least gets to 3 goals.
Okay, I like that.
Because
Brentford lost their keeper. He's now in Arsenal. Man U will give up at least a goal. That shouldn't have happened.
Totally. And they should score 2.
Yeah.
I feel
it's
like
over 3.
Minus 122.
Yeah, I like that one.
Cool.
All right. We did it.
Did it, boys.
Now we will sign off and we will pick our flights for London.
Sounds good.
Again, take 2. Goddamn Norse Airways. Fucking sucks. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.